Well, bloody hell, goodness me, that was tense. I see the last pot. They do pot one last, and I'm thinking, at this point, I don't care. Just knock anyone but Ghana, right? Burkina was dealt with first, right? I'm thinking, all we got to do at this moment in time is not get Ghana. 1 in 8 chance, and we're basically there. And then flipping, there's 3 left. Us, Tunisia, Mali. I'm thinking we're going to get Ghana, aren't we? We're going to get flipping Ghana. But no, we didn't. We got Guinea. We're on our way, boys. I don't care. We're on our way. Book the flights, right? Get the passports out and get your boarding passes. Because we've got a busy summer coming up soon. 3 countries. We're going to America, we're going to Mexico, and we're going to Canada, inshallah. What an absolute dream. Finally, we ain't been shafted. This is the first time in a long time that we have not been shafted, because usually we are absolutely shafted. We've been given a very, very favourable draw. There is no excuse not to qualify for this World Cup. If we don't, we're not good enough, we don't deserve to be there, and whoever's managing the team, Bilmani, deserves to be sacked, right, if we don't qualify for this World Cup. We've been given an absolute gift, an early, well, a late Eid present, I suppose. This is, you can't ask for more. Let's dissect it. So essentially Algeria have been drawn with Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, Botswana and Somalia. Yes, those teams stand between us and going to the World Cup. If we cannot beat these guys, we should not be going, okay? This is an absolute dream. You could, I mean, you look at some of the videos where I've picked out who I wanted. I wanted Guinea from here. I wanted a Botswana, a Somalia. We've been given a very, very favourable draw. There is no excuse not to be going to this bloody tournament. None. I don't even care if the B team's playing. So let's dissect it. You've got Guinea, which is on paper the hardest team. But first of all, again, Guinea, because of the military coup and the political interference. Guinea can't play home matches. We saw in the last World Cup qualifiers, Guinea had Morocco. Both of those games were played in Morocco. So Algeria, at this moment in time, we'll look to play Guinea away, probably in North Africa. And also, we beat Guinea in 2019 at the Africa Cup of Nations, and we played them recently in a friendly as well, and they didn't really cause too many threats. Now, yes, of course, if you're Guinea, you're going to be looking at the Algeria game and thinking, we're going to have to get something there. But respectfully, from Algeria's point of view, rather than getting Ghana and Burkina Faso and South Africa, we wanted Guinea. Of course, they've got Girassi, Diakabi, Nabi, have they got Nabi Keita or not? But anyway, yeah, hopefully, we'll be hoping for a nice easy game. Then you've got Uganda, again, who don't currently have a venue approved by CAF and FIFA. That's why we just played Uganda home and away. We beat them both times. The Uganda away game was played, remember, ironically in Cameroon. So that game can't be played in Uganda, which means probably no fans for them either. And from the recent fixtures, you've seen that we beat Uganda away with our second string side. I mean, Mahi also was playing up front and we beat Uganda, for God's sake. So that's good. You've got Mozambique, who obviously got Reynaldo at Atletico, but Bulgaria's side of the Chan dispatched of the Mozambique very, very well. I do think Mozambique will beat the AFCON. They've got some good players, you know, they've got a few players born in places like Portugal, but with respect to Mozambique, we should see them off. And then you've got Botswana, another side that currently don't have an approved stadium. So that game will probably be at a neutral venue at this moment in time. We shouldn't be worrying about the pot 5 sides, whoever it was, with respect. And then in pot 6, we got Somalia. I don't think we've ever played Somalia. Somalia entered the World Cup qualifiers 4 years ago for the first time ever. They beat Zimbabwe 1-0 at home in the preliminary playoff and almost got through in the second leg. Algeria versus Somalia be a great day. You know, the ELM derby, I've been referring it to. A lot of ballers, a lot of around the world, all that sort of stuff. Can Somalia build a team? Can they get the likes of the British-born players, the Irish-born players to come and join in with the Somalian team? A bit like Algeria do with the French-borns. Might make them a bit stronger, so we'll see. But again, with respect, Algeria should see off Somalia, but at least they can pray Maghrib together before kick-off. So all in all in Group G, we need to come first and we're there. If we come second, we have a shot at the intercontinental playoff. We shouldn't be needing the playoff. We don't know what Guinea could turn up. Could Guinea get a few foreign-born players? Again, got Girassi, got Diakabi, let's see what they do. But considering the other options, this is very, very favourable. And the first 2 fixtures will be taking place in November of this year, before the AFCON even happens. So this is very much hot off the press. So, absolutely buzzing with that. 3 to 5 teams don't even have a home stadium, and one of the teams that do is Somalia. So let's see what happens in this fixture. Although I don't even know what Somalia's ground is, because Somalia don't actually partake in AFCON qualifiers. So it'll be interesting what happens there. Algeria should win every home game and should win most of the away games, bar Guinea. But again, Guinea are not going to be at home. That's probably going to be Morocco or Tunisia. So we should win that. So we could theoretically get maximum points, and then the other 5 will be probably battling for second place. And the 4 best runners-up do go into the playoff, and then the intercontinental playoff. So lots up for grabs. So let me know your thoughts on Algeria's group in the comments. I'm buzzing with this. Maybe I'm getting a bit cocky. I'm just, you know, when I didn't see that we're playing a big team, I really thought Ghana was coming. I was like scared. Anyway, let's take a look at what else has happened. So, Group A, Egypt are not going to be happy about this. They're going to be fuming. I think Egypt are looking at that and thinking we're a pot one side. Last time, remember, Egypt in the playoff had Senegal after losing the AFCON final to them. Considering the options, they're not going to be happy. Djibouti and Ethiopia, and of course Ethiopia beat them not long ago. It's okay. Sierra Leone, Algeria know too well, that's not an easy game. And then Guinea-Bissau and Burkina Faso is not going to be 2 easy games for Egypt. They're not going to be 2 walks in the park. With respect to Egypt, they're one of the best sides in Africa at the moment. They probably shouldn't fear everyone. But considering what they could have got, you look at what we got and Morocco and Tunisia got, and what Egypt got with Burkina, Guinea-Bissau, that's going to be, they're going to have to put work in, right? Algeria don't have to be in 5th gear to win this group. Egypt will have to be at top gear to get out of this. So I think Egypt and Burkina Faso will be closer than people think. And are Burkina Faso finally, after Algeria stopped them a couple of times in recent years, are Burkina Faso finally going to get to a World Cup? We'll see. But I think Guinea-Bissau and Burkina Faso are going to cause Egypt some problems there. But you'd still make Egypt slight favourites to win that group. Group B, Senegal are absolutely buzzing. DR Congo are not buzzing because they got to the playoffs last time. People forget they got Morocco in the playoff. Tough draw for DR Congo because they've got to play Senegal and they're sick of the sight of Mauritania. Togo, we're thinking we'll have a shot. We'll have a shot. Togo went there in 06, Adebayor. They've got a shot. They're not going to get anything from Senegal, but after the horrific AFCON qualifying campaign, Togo need to make amends. Togo will have a shot, I think, at getting second place between them and DR Congo. And you've got Mauritania, Sudan and South Sudan. Half of that group is North African. Whose idea was it to have Sudan and South Sudan, the possibility of playing together? Those 2 games are going to be spicy, shall we say. You've got Sudan against South Sudan. And I'm pretty sure with the current political situation, you can't play in Sudan, you can't play in Khartoum. I don't know what's going to happen. If South Sudan beats Sudan, I think that'll be better than winning the World Cup for them. I said in the preview that might happen, but let's have a look. Senegal will be coasting through as group winners, though. It'll be interesting to see who gets second place. But I think DR Congo and Togo will battle out for second there. Group C, Nigeria and South Africa. Well, it's a better love story than Twilight, these 2. Benin in there as well. Next door neighbours to Nigeria. Zimbabwe, Rwanda and Lesotho. Good to welcome back Zimbabwe after their ban from the AFCON qualifiers. Nigeria and South Africa. And, you know, Zimbabwe to an extent. Interesting one. Nigeria need to get their act together. They need to get Osimhen firing. I mean, proper firing. Because that South Africa game is not easy. I'd make Nigeria favourites to come first again. But don't rule out South Africa. Don't rule out South Africa with the likes of Percy Tau and Lyle Foster. Don't rule them out. Nigeria and South Africa will be closer than people think in groups. You know, Group D, Angola from Pot 3 came here. The lowest ranked team in Pot 3, I thought were the hardest team. I didn't want Angola. I think the team they're building, that's like the likes of Lucas João, Helder Costa, the Portuguese-born players, again, a bit like what we're doing. It's a very strong team. It's on the up. Mauritius, Eswatini and Libya, with respect, not going to make it. Cape Verde, I don't think will make it. Cameroon and Angola is going to be very close. Angola will see the next AFCON, I believe. Them and Cameroon are going to go toe-to-toe. Cameroon have been awful since the World Cup. I know they beat Brazil, but since then they've been shocking. They need to get Onana back, especially if he goes to Manchester United. That'd be quite a big player to not have on their books. Cameroon and Angola will go close in Group D. If Angola don't get over the line, I could see them being one of the best runners-up, considering the points they could get against Libya, Cape Verde, which is a kind of a derby because it's both Portuguese-speaking, not a local one, Eswatini and Mauritius. Now, Group E, Morocco, the highest ranked FIFA nation in Africa at the moment. I don't think Morocco would have been phased, whoever they got, to be honest. They got Zambia, Congo, Tanzania, Niger and Eritrea. Good to see Eritrea involved for the first time. Then you've got Tanzania and Niger, who were in Algeria's AFCON qualifying group, so they'll be easy. Congo, Brazzaville, I think Morocco will be fine. Can Zambia get anything against Morocco? That's what it's going to come down to. Patson Daka firing. They just beat Ivory Coast 3-0. They'll get Avram Grant in charge. Morocco away to Zambia. That will happen in Zambia. No, it won't be in Morocco. That's where it's going to come down to. If Zambia beat Morocco in Zambia, in Lusaka, that'll make it interesting. If Zambia don't beat Morocco at home, whatever small chance they've got, forget about it. So Morocco, again, strong favourites to come out of E. Group F, are we going to see Ivory Coast return to the World Cup after not being there since Algeria were there in 2014? Ivory Coast, Gabon, Kenya. You look at that and you're thinking, easy peasy. Again, Kenya, welcome back to the qualifiers after being banned from the AFCON ones. Seychelles and Burundi. I'm going to throw a little wild card here. I could see Gambia doing something. The way they're going, I'm not saying they're going to challenge Ivory Coast. I think Gambia are going to be, despite being in pot 4, I can see him being in the mix. I mean, Aubameyang's going to be 40 by the time this World Cup comes along. I could see Gambia, I'm not going to say pushing Ivory Coast, but being with a shout, being in the mixer, you know, throw the kitchen sink, they'll be in the mixer. So, Ivory Coast, strong favourites. Gambia will be looking if Ivory Coast slip up. We know what about Group G, that's Algeria's group. Algeria will be comfortable. Guinea, second place, I think. I think that's quite easy to predict. Group H, Tunisia will be buzzing. Because Tunisia were what pot 2 top teams wanted. Faso wanted Tunisia. Ghana wanted Tunisia. They've got Equatorial Guinea, again, just like, again, the AFCON qualifying campaign. And Equatorial Guinea did beat Tunisia in the last meeting, a late penalty 1-0. Those two have met each other a lot of times. They've got history. Equatorial Guinea also knocked Tunisia out of an AFCON at home in Malibu, which was controversial. I think it was a free kick and a penalty. In terms of the other 4 teams, it's really poor. Namibia, Malawi, Liberia and Sao Tome and Principe. Tunisia and Equatorial Guinea are going to win all the games against the other teams. This group is basically, what do Tunisia and Equatorial Guinea do against each other? Okay, if it's like last time, then they beat each other in the home game, might go down to goal difference. Whoever doesn't come first has got a great chance of being a second place runner-up in Group H. And Group I is probably the best bet for a pot 2 team making it. Ghana, the fact they're in the second pot is a disgrace. They got Mali. Now, with respect to Mali, Mali are a fantastic side. They're underrated, but if you're Ghana, you're going to want Mali over Algeria. You're going to want Mali over Morocco. You're going to want Mali over Senegal. Ghana now, I think, are going to win this group. I think Ghana are going to finish above Mali, and then the likes of Madagascar, Central African Republic, Chad will be easy. Don't rule out Comoros. I know they're pot 5. They could do something, Comoros. With the team they're building, the AFCON experience they just had, I don't think we're going to see them the next AFCON. But for a pot 5 team, that's probably the best chance for a pot 5 team in this qualifying campaign is in this group. Can they sniff results out against Ghana, against Mali? I'm not sure. But I think at this moment in time, it'll be Ghana, Mali, Comoros. So, those are the groups for the World Cup qualifiers. They will kick off in November. It's looking like all the pot 1s and Ghana over Mali at this moment in time. Maybe in South Africa over Nigeria. Maybe there's always one surprise. But the bottom line is the headline. Algeria, gifted. It's a gift to this group. It's an absolute gift. You've got to say, Alhamdulillah, it's a gift. If we bottle it, we don't deserve to be there. So you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.